veteran fighter who some feel may be beyond his peak, and Ricky Stackhouse, one who has certainly demonstrated the ferociousness at times in the ring. Jones is 10 years younger than Stackhouse. Jones at 5'11", 154. Stackhouse, whose last 4 fights have come at 163, is down to 151.5 in this fight. Here are the Florida rules. 3 knockdown rule is in effect. The standing 8 count is not in effect. You cannot be saved by the bell in any round, and scoring on the 10-point must system. We're ready for the introductions. Let's go to our ring announcer, Skip Cheatham.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 10 rounds. It's a middleweight battle. Your referee from Orlando, Florida, Frank Santori. Ladies and gentlemen, let's do it! Introducing the principals. First, in the blue corner, wearing green trunks, weighing in at 151.5 pounds, with a professional record, 23 wins, 12 defeats, 1 draw. He's delivered 14 knockouts from Atlanta, Georgia, Ricky the Hammer Stackhouse. His opponent, fighting out of the red corner, wearing gold and black trunks, weighing in 154 pounds, with a professional record of 11 wins, 0 defeats. He's dropped all opponents by knockout. Hails from right here in Pensacola, Florida. A silver medalist in the 1988 Olympics. Let's hear it for Roy Jones Jr.
Someone calling Brad? Instructions in the dressing room. Have any questions? Protect yourselves at all times. Remember that. Good luck to both of you.
Looks like Stackhouse's eye is swollen. He hasn't even started the fight. There are the judges all out of Pensacola. Stackhouse saying before, and quite wisely, that he does not want to go to decision in this fight. Ricky Stackhouse, at the age of 32, did not start boxing until he was 21 years of age. And he wants to put the pressure on Jones quickly. Roy Jones, very much an entertainer in the ring. Some of his idols, Muhammad Ali and Sugar Ray Leonard. And Jones says that he spends as much time in putting together some of his... Stackhouse down with a straight right early in the first round. Stackhouse down.
And now this is how a fighter gets hurt. Look how dry Ricky Stackhouse is. He has not even broken a sweat coming into this opening round. And with a young tiger, a fast starter like Roy Jones is, this is over.
Jones goes to 12-0 with his 12th knockout. Ricky Stackhouse, we haven't even had the time to get into his story, is actually under medical suspension in New York because he had lost the fight there back in September of '89, which was his 6th straight loss, which is an automatic suspension. But even beyond that, Stackhouse, who earlier in his career demonstrated great heart in the ring, but Commissioner of New York, Randy Gordon, who had seen Stackhouse earlier, just knew he wasn't the same type of fighter. And the doctor's observations from their experience felt that there was a preliminary signs of deterioration and had suspended Stackhouse medically. He had passed the test. He had passed all the tests here in Florida, but the signs had been seen in that fight when Stackhouse was being buckled and staggered by jabs. And here, in the first round, Roy Jones, I think it even surprised him. It was a quick, sharp shot, but a shot that should have been survived.
And Joe Jones is notoriously a fast starter. What you have to do when somebody fights Roy Jones is they have to be ready in that first round, because Jones is going to come right after you. That's just what he did. He starts early and he likes to finish it early. good combinations. Jones has recently been working more on his power to try to make that transition comfortable into the pros. He's fearful that so many of those professionals will walk right over him if he doesn't have the power.
Well, Stackhouse, after those losses, has put together 4 straight victories, but he comes in and is out quickly here in Pensacola against Roy Jones, who hardly had to work up a sweat in this one. He is ranked number 5 by the IBF as a junior middleweight, but looks to campaign as a middleweight.
In the red corner, delivering a knockout, 46 seconds in the first round. Let's hear it for the winner, Roy Jones Jr.
Jones, and in 46 seconds he clocked Ricky Stackhouse and took him out. It was a straight right hand. Did you think it would have that kind of damage to knock a guy down?
Well, I'm pretty fast, and most of my punches have a lot of speed on them, and it's the shocking effect of them. That's what puts people on their backs. And after I hit him with the shot, I knew it was a good shot, and I kind of figured he should go down because he was still cold when he came out of the dressing room.
With an opponent like this, did you expect this fight to go anywhere?
Did I expect the fight to go anywhere? Yeah, after looking at the tapes, I figured he'd come in and put a lot of pressure on me early. And you yourself told me to watch out for the big lick earlier in today, in an interview today. And I came out looking for the big lick, and he was a little too slow for me. So once I figured out that he was going to be so slow, I said I better attack him before he gets a chance.
But you see him so dry coming into this fight. You knew you had to go right after him. You're so much better than he is.
Wow, we didn't know that. I didn't know that. You didn't know that until just now. But I hadn't seen tapes on him. See, I had a small briefing on him today, and I really didn't know what to expect.
Do fights like this get you bored?
Well, not really, because my job is to get him out of there. I don't care what kind of fight I have, as long as I win the fight, I'm happy.
All right, you come in with a dazzling robe that I'm sure Sean's going to ask you where you got it. Earlier we had talked about the fact that you love to entertain in the ring, and you practice as much entertaining as you do the mechanical aspects. Are there any moves you could show us here on camera?
Show Al. Show him on Al.
How about how fast are those hands? Could you give us something? Show Al.
No, show Al.
We pulled back. Give us a little. Come on. I'd rather see the right hook.
The right hook?
Something we talked about before the fight coming in. One of the questions is, Roy Jones came out of the Olympics, even though you were robbed of that decision. There's so much sympathy on your side here in the United States that you really became a hot prospect, but you sat out for the first 8 months. This was only your 12th fight. You see some of your other teammates. Carvajal's a champion. Mercer won the WBO crown. Riddick Bowe has faced 20 shots, has fought 20 times. What is the direction of Roy Jones? There may be some people who forgot about you.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say congratulations to Ray Mercer and Michael Carvajal and Charles Murray, Vince, all of my, Olympic teammates and all. And I think that they're doing a great job, and they're going along the way with their careers. It seems like they're going at the rate they want to go at. And I feel like I'm going the rate I want to go at, and we're all doing good. And as long as, everybody do different things for different reasons. And I think all of them are doing a superb job in the professional career, in their professional careers. And I think one day I'll be right there with them. It's just that the way I feel like I need to go is just a little different from the way they need to go. At the Olympics, I went a different way from everybody else, as you can see. I got criticized for it, but, that was me. And I'm not going to change now just because, people want me to do one thing and I want to do another. I'm going to do what I feel is right for me, not for everybody else.
Do you think, Roy, you'll be criticized for fights like this?
Well, I can't get criticized for fights like this because, like I said, the guy, I know nothing about the guy. They put the guy that told me that he was supposed to be this and he was supposed to be that. So that just made me a lot sharper in terms. That's what happened.
Is there anything you want that you learned in tonight's fight?
Oh, yeah, there's a little bit I learned. For one thing, he did have a lick, like you said, but I never let him get a chance to get off. And anytime a man comes out of the locker room that slow, you capitalize on. So that taught me in turn not to come out of there.
I think, Roy, you worked up a bigger sweat with this interview than you did in the fight.
That's a lie.
I did, but that's because I'm so fast.
One thing you could rest assured, we have done Ricky Stackhouse in the past, and I could assure you that was Ricky Stackhouse you just knocked out.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I wanted to do. I like I had a big Tom, hi Shirley, hi everybody watching out.
Roy Jones goes to 12-0. He records his 12th straight knockout, taking out Ricky Stackhouse